If you've got questions about how Australia's teen social media ban will actually work, you're not alone. I'm going to come as close as humanly possible to answering 3 of the big ones, starting with what will actually happen on December 10? It sounds basic, but honestly, such a great question. Anyone who tells you right now that they know exactly what the social media ban will look like on day 1 is lying. In theory, starting December 10, social media companies, but we don't know exactly which ones, will start checking our ages, although we don't know exactly how. The idea is, if you live in Australia and you're under 16, you'll be banned from holding an account. In reality though, it might not be all systems go from day 1. The regulator in charge of enforcing the ban, the eSafety Commissioner, has told social media companies their first priority should be kicking off the under 16s who already have accounts. Platforms will also need to have working systems in place to review any mistakes they make. And there will be mistakes. The rest of it, things like checking the age of every new user, might happen later. But we don't know for sure because every platform is going to do this differently, which brings us to... Okay, so it turns out there isn't just one way to check a person's age. Firstly, there's age verification, proving your age with a verified date of birth, usually by providing ID like a driver's license or a passport. Age verification, as the name suggests, is the most accurate method. But the law says platforms have to offer an alternative. Not everyone has ID, and not everyone who has it wants to hand it over. Option number 2 is age estimation, where you agree to let AI guess your age, usually by scanning your face. Age estimation isn't as accurate as handing over your ID, especially for anyone closer to the cutoff age of 16 and anyone who isn't male and Caucasian. Also, there are ways to trick it. Alright, okay. But it's still seen as a good option for greenlighting users who are well and truly old enough to be there. Option 3 is age inference, where a platform guesses your age based on what it already knows about you. So basically, if all your friends are 13, you post about K-pop demon hunters and your online activity drops off during school hours, a social media platform might start to suspect you're 13. On the other hand, if you've had an account since 2007, all your friends are in their 40s and you're mostly posting in parenting groups, you might not ever hear from them. The most likely outcome is that platforms will use a combination of all 3 methods, but none of them have announced the details just yet. Speaking of which, you're probably wondering which platforms will be part of the ban. Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, X, and YouTube are all in, at least according to the government. But there's a much longer list of platforms in the maybes column. eSafety has written to their parent companies saying those platforms might be covered too, but they've been given the chance to argue their case if they disagree. We're expecting to find out which platforms make the final cut before the ban kicks in, but even then, some of them might launch legal challenges. So we don't have complete answers to any of these questions yet, but one way or another, they are coming.